Baby, oh my God, the way I had to get out of my bed, obviously rolled out of my bed and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna record this video while I'm getting ready for work because the internet is on fire. I cannot keep up. From Joseline versus Lemmy, Megan versus Clay, David versus the state of California. When I tell y'all, I got so many uploads coming to y'all back to back to back. I know it says weekly uploads, but I'm giving y'all a little gift today. Plus, I still owe y'all episode 2 recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's like you go to sleep, you wake up, and it's just all hell has broken loose. Joseline decided today to burn Zeus to the ground, not metaphorically, not a little shade on Instagram. No, torch.
You harass every female on your network. Not just me, you harass Janisha, Scotty. How many times have you beat up Janisha? How many times have you beat up Scotty? How many times have you beat up those baddies? How many times have you paid these people off for them not to take you to court? You're not gonna get away with it, Lemmy.
Joseline tagged the FBI. She announced her class action lawsuit and her surviving Zeus documentary that's supposed to be in the works. And she pregnant, y'all.
You wanted to kill me and my baby? Bitch, that's what you want to do to me? After all the years that I gave you, after all the secrets that I kept because you make a threat every fucking time, after all the secrets I kept from you and that fucking network for years, I kept all your dirty secrets from Ashley and all the producers, making girls fight each other, making people hit people with bottles and make people bleed and cut each other. After all the secrets I kept because of your fucking threats, one morning you wake up and you're gonna cut my checks that I'm supposed to be getting in perpetuity because you claim I'm a direct competitor to you? Are you fucking kidding me, Lemmy? Little old me? Little old me, bitch? I've been on TV my whole life making all these networks wealthy. I made VH1, Viacom, BT, everybody wealthy. Zeus Network wealthy.
Grab your drink and get comfortable because everybody's just talking about the surface layer of this drama, but I'm gonna go and get deep into it. For those of you who have no idea what's going on, this is the perfect video for you. So Zeus is a Black-owned streaming platform founded by Lemmy, Plummer, and it was started, well, it really was launched in like 2018, and its core content was like very urban content. As you can see, they had shows that really started off like Joseline's Cabaret, and it was really that show that really got people on the streaming platform. So it's safe to say that Joseline really carried Zeus. Joseline's Cabaret is also why a lot of people like myself watch baddies and bad boys, and a lot of people like to say that, oh, they don't watch bad, that's too ratchet. Everybody do. I remember I used to be like, oh,
I don't watch that, like the Zeus, that's too hood, that's too gay for me.
Baby, I watched one episode of Bad Boys, then I watched Baddies Africa, and I've been hooked ever since. Remember when Joseline left Love and Hip Hop back in 2019? Mind you, she left Love and Hip Hop at the peak of Love and Hip Hop. She ended up going to join Zeus Network. And mind you, Joseline, you know, she was saying like, I gave Zeus 7 years of my life. She gave Zeus 6 seasons of Joseline's Cabaret. She gave Atlanta, Las Vegas, Miami, New York, what it was, Houston, LA. I think, yeah, 6 seasons. And I watched Joseline's Cabaret, and it was a really nice show, with the exception of all the other stuff that was going on. And one thing nobody can say is that Joseline did not build that network. She brought the people, she brought the ratings, and that equals money. And now she's saying that the network is trying to destroy her.
Your character ain't nothing. Your character is... Nobody believes your character. You pay people to get beat up, so you're going to get people to shoot me up in Miami. I'm on my way to the police station to make a report on you, because if I come up dead, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. But you know what? I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for me, and I'm going.
So let's get to the part of what happened. In January of 2026, Joseline launched her own streaming platform called WAYH TV. And that's when everything went south. Joseline is saying as soon as she launched her own streaming platform, started her own business, and also took a picture with the CEO of Now That's TV, that's when Lemmy stopped all her checks. She said, I'm quoting directly, "Stopping my payments because I have my own streaming app and I wanted more for my life than just what I had. It's illegal and it's just plain evil." She then said Zeus told her husband that they would not fund their business, told them to take their content down, all while she was 2 months pregnant. You know, recently Joseline announced that her and her husband, Ballistic, are having a baby. And then that broke the internet because Joseline kept repeating, "He's trying to kill me and my unborn child. He's trying to kill me and my unborn child." So people are thinking like, Lemmy is putting a hit out on Joseline. She's pregnant. That's crazy. So that really got everybody's attention because, like, my just stuff just happened. Imagine you just go to sleep and wake up and then boom, Joseline versus Lemmy. Like, what? And remember what I said. She posted herself in the hospital bed saying, and I quote directly, "That evil man sent me to the hospital the other night, but God is my God. I do not serve Lucifer." After I give y'all the facts, I'm going to give y'all my opinion. Joseline did not stop there. She got on the internet and like literally accused him of not only trying to kill her, but accused her of sleeping with a lot of... She also accused him of domestic violence against Janisha, who is the host of a lot of the Zeus Network's reality shows like Baddies, Bad Boys. She also accused Lemmy of domestic violence against Scotty. She accused Lemmy of sleeping with a lot of the women. Like, she accused him of a lot of egregious things. It's giving P. Diddy.
And you making threats? You sending me messages? Oh, we're gonna deal with this accordingly. What does that mean? Are you gonna try to get me shot? They found a dead body in Zeus Network office. We ain't hear nothing about that. What happened to that boy that died outside of your network? What happened to that boy? What happened to that body that they found outside of your network? What happened to him? Why we don't hear about that? All your producers, they have no character. And for Janisha, after all the times you beat her up, is still working up under you and having fucking contacted the FBI to tell them what you done to her. She's a fucking lunatic. And everybody else around is a fucking lunatic. And that's why I started WAYH TV. Because I wanted to get away from Zeus even in my...
And she also accused the network in itself of human trafficking. Let me hurry up and get through the facts so I can give y'all my opinion on this. So apparently, like I said earlier, Joseline has a class action lawsuit brewing. She already has 5 women on board. And she's actually rallying other women who were, you know, victims of Lemmy to come forward themselves and join the class action lawsuit. Joseline also filed federal trademarks for her name. And what else did she do? And for Joseline's Cabaret. And she did this back in 2023. So I don't know if Lemmy's upset that she strategically was doing this behind his back, but mama not as slow as we think she is sometimes. Y'all know Lemon Pepper Stepper always gotta address something in there. And it's so funny that people accuse him of like using ChatGPT for all his responses, because I've been listening to his, I've been reading his responses and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, I'm agreeing with him on this one. But let me tell y'all what Lemmy had to say.
You don't know anything about my personal life. You know nothing about my personal life. We've never gone on double dates. We've never hung out. we don't hang out outside of on set. When I've come to set periodically, there's been no personal I've never been to your house. I don't even know where you live. You've never been to my house. And if you have, it might have been for a public event of some sort. I don't know you like that. Okay? So to act like these people are calling you and saying these things are just so false. They've never communicated or vented to you about anything that has ever gone on in my personal life with either of them. So just it doesn't even make logical sense. At the end of the day, all this is happening because you don't want to honor your contract. That's what all this is about. You not honoring your contract. That's it. You don't want to honor your contract, and so we've taken action, rightfully so, and we've tried to reason with you. But I'm not going to allow you to bully me. I'm not going to allow you to create these scare tactics by going on social media and thinking I'm not going to respond. I don't care what the comments say. I don't. They can call me whatever they want. I'm not Diddy Jr. I'm not any of these people that they say. I don't care. I don't care. I know who I am, and I know whose I am. And I have been a great boss to you. I've been a great boss to so many others. I've provided jobs and opportunities. I get it. No one's perfect. Nobody on the planet is perfect. We all have things we have to work on. We all have things we have to grow from. And we all have, I believe we all have things that, we seek sometimes professional help on, or we go to God, we pray. That's just life. That's humans. We're all humans.
And let me just say this. On this channel, we do things fair. Like, I know some creators will only give, one side because they might like a certain person. We're going to give both sides. Even if it's the side and it makes the person that I really like look crazy, we're going to give both sides.
And instead of handling it privately, like we've tried to do, it's turned into this public circus of random accusations that don't even make logical sense. Clearly, I said earlier on my live, you're pregnant. I respect that. Nobody's trying to attack you. Nobody's trying to come for you. I understand hormones are probably all over the place. You're extremely emotional. I'm sure it's probably stressful for Ballistic. I'm sure it's probably stressful for maybe you, and I'm sure for you, but even family members or friends. And I empathize and sympathize with that.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I do like Lemmy's response. And again, remember, I told you I'm going to read it directly. Let me just break down how he responded. First, he focused on Joseline's Cabaret and the girls and how he felt like they weren't positioned to outgrow or outdo Joseline. Like, she held them back. And that's actually facts. And you can pull the Cabaret girls and they'll tell you. They felt like Joseline just used them as a stepping stool and she didn't help them in regards to, when you look at Natalie Nunn's putting all her girls on. Even if they had beef or whatever, she's taking them on tour. She gave them opportunity for us to hear their music. She brought them on stage. Look at DTB was on stage with her and Cardi B. She was at Coachella. Like, Natalie be putting the girls on. Joseline does not, and that's a fact. He also said that he made a move to move the girls from the Cabaret onto Baddies to give them more visibility so they can have more opportunities. Now, remind you, if you look at the Baddies USA cast for the next season, some of the Cabaret girls are on there, which I wish Lucky was on there, but she's not. Also, let me open up the door. Maybe I'm in here hot curling my hair and Then he addressed Joseline directly, and I quote, this is directly from him. This situation stems from a clear breach of agreement that we've made repeated good faith efforts to resolve privately, respectfully, and calmly. Then he says, Joseline, bullying won't work. Manipulation won't work. And I'll continue to move with professionalism and respect. Bullying won't work. That's what he said. Bullying won't work. And let me tell you, also, Lemmy was so shady because he was like, basically saying like, oh, you try to accuse me of, abuse and threatening you. He said, Joseline, you literally can whoop my ass. You literally can beat me up. Of course, he definitely pushed back on the you not paying me claim, saying that not only was she paid standard fees, residuals, even extra money well beyond what the contract is stating that she is owed. And when Joseline posted her trademarks, he responded directly and said, public narratives don't override contracts. Trademark filings do not determine ownership of a series of trademark filings do not determine ownership of a series. Agreements do. Lemmy is basically saying that no matter what trademark Joseline files, because of their agreement that he allegedly has been upholding, they believe that Joseline's Cabaret belongs to them. And that is going to be the center of a very legal battle. Now, here is where I give my opinion. I genuinely respect Joseline for stepping away from Love and Hip Hop. Remember, at the peak when Love and Hip Hop was super popular, and going to Zeus. Joseline built Zeus. Had it not been for Joseline's Cabaret being so crazy and such of a great train wreck, a lot of people would not even have the opportunity to get to know Baddies, because the Cabaret came before Baddies. When they thought about Joseline Cabaret, they went to Zeus. So basically, they helped each other. However, as someone who watched Joseline's Cabaret, I agree with some parts of what Lemmy said, because Joseline did not position those girls to do better than her. Joseline treated those girls poorly. It literally felt like sex trafficking. I remember Joseline's Cabaret, where the hell were they? I think it was like that first season. I don't know, I can't remember if it was in LA or Vegas or what, where that girl, Joseline she was trying to get the Cabaret girls together first season, and was talking to the girl in the street. Joseline was over there threatening, like, if these girls didn't listen to her, I'm gonna call your pimp. I'm gonna get your pimp to whoop your ass. It's giving very much sex trafficking. So it's like what she's alleging Lemmy to be doing, she did it on TV. She abused those girls on TV. She berated those girls on TV. None of those girls, when you see them, look like they did better than Joseline. Outside the Cabaret, it's like they went silent. Compared, like I said earlier, compared to Baddies, all the girls that are on Baddies are doing their own thing. You see, T is on Tyler Perry's show on Netflix. DTP is always doing something. Like, these girls are showing like they bought a house. Summer bought a lake house. Chiseki bought a house. Anna's getting married. Like, these girls are doing stuff outside of the network. And Natalie Nunn is giving them a platform, no matter how she feels about them or not. And I feel like it's hard for me, I'm being honest, it's hard for me to believe that Lemmy is violating contracts. Do I believe Lemmy is a little mini Diddy? Yes. Do I believe he's a cornball with money? Yes. But to think that Lemmy is really right here beating on girls, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But I find that Joseline crying, like, he's trying to kill me in my own poor child. You doing this? Girl, look how you treated people over the years. Now you're crying and you need help and you need somebody to do this. Like, it's just, it's too much. And I'm ready for all of this to play out, because her coming and saying, you know, you can't just come out and say somebody is sex trafficking. You can't come out and say that somebody is, you know, committing domestic violence against people. You can't talk about these things, especially when it's a workplace environment, and it not be true. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Is, you know, Lemmy and Joseline gonna have a sit down, or is it too far beyond repair? I don't know, but I'm gonna keep up with all this because this is fucking juicy. Also, have you guys checked out Why Are You Here TV? Which is really like a weird name for that, but have y'all checked it out? Have y'all checked out the shows? What do you think about it? Do you think Joseline's in the wrong? Do you think the allegations about Lemmy are true? Let's talk about this in the comments, because this is not ending no time soon. First of all, thank y'all for not, you know, for y'all be understanding. Because when I woke up this morning, I'm one of those people that they just basically said, you just got on the internet, you didn't wipe your face, you didn't brush your teeth, and didn't, because this video was important and I did all that now. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.